Right, so I've just got back from 3 weeks based out in Cape Town. Training lots, got about 24, 25 hours a week of training in there. Swimming, cycling, running. And I'm going to give you my honest review on if it's the dream location for an endurance athlete to go, what the drawbacks are, and whether you should base your next training camp or cycling or running location there. Cape Town gets talked about a lot in the endurance world. I mean, it's got insane views, awesome roads. People go there for training camps, but people just want to show the romanticized part of it. And I'm going to give you kind of the honest drawbacks and opinion of it after spending 3 weeks, 75 hours of training out there, out on the roads. I'll talk you through what training here is actually like, where to swim, where to cycle, where to run, where to go for coffees and all of that sort of stuff. Just give the behind the scenes. I spent a lot of my childhood growing up there as well, so even though I wasn't a triathlete when I was young, I've got a good idea of where the best spots are. And if you have any questions about kind of the setup there, just shoot them down in the comments and I'll answer them there as well. All right, first up, swim training in Cape Town. And believe it or not, you're probably thinking, Southern Africa, you're going to get these amazing sea swims, it's going to be warm, but no, you're in the Atlantic Sea, it's actually freezing, like 6 or 7 degrees, so cold you can't really be properly swimming. So open water swimming is not the best on the Atlantic border. You can go over to kind of Muizenberg in the False Bay area, but again, not the safest because there's sharks and stuff and lots of waves. So if you were looking for open water swimming, Cape Town's not your place. You've got to go either north to the lagoon area near Langebaan, or you've got to go east along the coast to like Mossel Bay area. However, there is a great setup for pools. I mean, you will be swimming in a pool if you're in Cape Town and you're a triathlete or a swimmer, but there's a good atmosphere there. There's often lanes free, loads of pool times. I personally swam in a place called the Sports Institute of South Africa, but also the Virgin Actives, if you're looking for more of a chain, have great swimming pools where you can get loads of training in. But yeah, unless you're looking for ice cold swimming, you're going to be swimming in a pool there. Bike training, and this is where Cape Town absolutely shines. You've got some of the craziest roads, some ideal weather, you've got a great community out there as well of cyclists who are all really keen to get out there. One thing I will say, slightly different to Europe, is you just have to be slightly more aware of safety. But if you go early, avoid the traffic of the cars, and you ride in a group, you can avoid 90% of these things. The classic route you'll probably do if you're staying on the West Atlantic coast, either Sea Point or Green Point, is to go up from kind of like Camps Bay area, down, you got 2 climbs, the Sekabossi first, down to Hout Bay, and then up the Chapman's Peak, which is probably the prettiest cycling road you'll ever find. It's unreal. 5-kilometer climb, you can go down the other side. Cyclists mecca, it's unreal, you've got to check it out. From there you can either go back on yourself and go all the way back, or you can do a loop around Table Mountain, around the peninsula. But again, just ride in a group, be safe. You've got to ride with people who know the roads and know where you're going. It's also not the place for late risers. You're not going to be getting much fun out of the traffic at 9 or 10 a.m. So the group rides start at 5 or 6 a.m. here. So get ready for that. It is an amazing feeling though, getting back from the group ride at 8 or 9 at the coffee shop, and you've already got 3 or 4 hours of training done. Unreal cycling, you can't beat it, especially in January, December time where it's freezing cold in Europe. Now onto run training, and this is a bit underestimated because it is phenomenal for running. You've got options. You've got the road where you can go mostly along the waterfront area all the way down to Camps Bay, where you can just run along the peninsula there. It is lumpy, but you'll be able to get some really good training in. You can also run up and down Chapman's Peak, which is phenomenal, especially for a long run. You will be going up and downhill though. And also really underestimated is the trail running there. Again, run with people and run with people who know the roads and the trails, but unreal. You're running along the mountain edge, you've got views of the city, of the sea. Can't recommend it enough for running. There's also a great community of runners out there. You can go on the track, you can get a group session in, you can go on long runs with everyone. Phenomenal for running as well. Now looking at the weather and the seasons, now everyone thinks it's going to be dreamy weather, and 90% of it is 25 degrees, sunny, not much more you can ask for. However, there is a crucial factor of the wind, which can hold you back a bit. It gets really windy here some days, so to be honest, you've just got to check out for it, plan accordingly. You'll be fine running and swimming indoors, obviously. But cycling in the crazy 40-mile-per-hour winds, especially in January time, can be quite dangerous. So just rearrange your training, but it will never hamper too much, and maybe 1 or 2 days a week where it's too windy. But something that matters just as much as the training is kind of the community and the atmosphere there, and you can't beat it. There's so many people out running first thing in the morning, cycling out on the roads. The community feel is phenomenal. There's amazing coffee shops, amazing group rides, amazing run groups. I'm going to put them all down in the comment sections down below, so you can check those out, reach out, and they're all very welcoming. There's all ranges of abilities, and you'll definitely be able to find a group of people who love the city just as much as you're going to be able to. I will say though, if you're looking for pure distraction-free training, Cape Town may not be the best for it. There aren't that many roads to cycle on, even though the roads you can are gorgeous, and the roads can get quite busy for running. But if you're looking for distraction-free, you've got to head out to Stellenbosch. Even if you're just staying in Cape Town, go there for a day, because they have the dreamiest roads, very little traffic, an amazing 50-meter outdoor pool, and the run trails there are phenomenal. So you got to check that out. If you're going to Stellenbosch, also have some wine for the wine tasting tour, because it's phenomenal out there. But I recommend going to Cape Town for that all-round experience. You'll still get phenomenal training in. You'll get to experience the amazing food culture. The people there are top-notch. Everyone's so lovely, and you honestly will have the most amazing time there. Final thing I'm going to end on is that it's affordable. You can genuinely, you can do awesome things. You can go on trips. You can rent a bike. You can eat good food, eat healthily, and it's all much more affordable than you think, or you'd get anywhere in Europe. The accommodation too would be quite cheap. So if you're looking, although the flights may be quite expensive, once you're there and set up, you'll be absolutely fine, and it probably equates to a 2 or 3 week camp out in Europe. I am just going to emphasize this one more time, the safety and practical tips here though, because it's slightly different to Europe. You've just got to keep your wits about you. Just be aware of where you are. Send your location to someone when you're going out for a ride, and just ride in a group, because it will be more enjoyable, but also just a lot safer. And you just got to keep your wits about you there. So after 3 weeks of training there, I will say probably the best place I've ever trained. I've not been to Mallorca or these other dreamy places, but I will definitely be heading back either to Cape Town or to Stellenbosch for the pure training aspect, as well as seeing my family out there. But if you're thinking of training in Cape Town or South Africa, you can't go wrong. It's going to be phenomenal. It is a cyclist and runner's dream. Swimming will be amazing too. And if you're looking for that consistency over the winter, that'll be a perfect break for you. That's my rundown of Cape Town, my favorite city in the world. Explore it, enjoy it. If you've got any questions, shoot them down in the comments down below. I just thought I'd give a full rundown and honest opinion of my time training there. Go check it out. You won't regret it.